Yes, I mean, well, I want to start off with the Chelsea game. Much, much better from them tonight in terms, finishing their chances, moving the ball. They inverted the fullbacks into midfield tonight as opposed to starting them in midfield. And they just looked overall stronger, quicker, better than we've seen so far in pre-season.
Yeah, it was finally a good clean game. You can look at it and be like, actually, everyone play to what they can. I was really impressed with the midfield, the way that they controlled the ball, the way they got the ball forward, creating all these chances for the attackers. And going forward, someone like Romeo Lavia, I think, needs to be a starter. Like just looking at the way he's playing, his composure on the ball, his strength from the ball as well, his press resistance. He did really well in there, and he did he help create one of the goals, or he created he
No,
won the first penalty. He won the first penalty. That's what he did. He won the first penalty,
yes.
and it just shows that the quality that he has as a player, and maybe that's what they were missing last season. Maybe Lavia was actually a key piece that we didn't realize because obviously he was injured for all season. So yeah, the good win overall. They're looking good. They're creating chances. Nkunku, man, Nkunku is a top player, and I'm so when they announced it like a few years ago, like in the January that there's going to be signing in the summer, I was annoyed because I knew that this guy's quality. And now if he stays fit and keeps his injury record low for Chelsea, like honestly, he's going to be a top player for them as well. So yeah, Kunku, Lavia, I think Madueke did well as well. Made some really good chances scoring the penalty. So yeah, overall, good game from Chelsea, and what we want to see from them going forward.
Yeah, look, I agree. I think that still, I don't know how good Club America are. It was the commentators of Framido, they kept on saying, for some reason, they're English, they were going club. They reminded me of Deji. They kept saying club. So just say Club America. Like, you haven't got to put it on, but like, having said that, I do like to say Barcelona, but that's another conversation for another day. I just like how it rolls off the tongue. But yeah, I looked at them tonight. There was a better structure. And what's intriguing is maybe there was never any long-term plans to play the fullbacks in a starting position in midfield. So, but that's what we saw. But what was interesting is that Maresca made those changes. I thought Dewsbury Hall looks good and he's good coming in, especially on the ball. Lavia was so forward thinking. Every time he got it, he tried to move the ball forward. His ability to touch and turn on the sixpence was very, very good indeed. I mentioned Nkunku already. I just liked his link-up play. I liked how he got involved. He created opportunities. He obviously scored the penalty. The only thing I was a little disappointed in that there weren't any clear-cut chances created for him, but overall we looked better. Madueke, I know he scored a good penalty. Everything other than the finish was there again tonight for him. And I think if he can work hard, get that end product kind of patterned down this season, it puts him into a much better state. But overall, Chelsea looks a far more secure, strong, and sort of a much more well-oiled machine tonight. Interesting, the next couple of games, I think they play City and Real Madrid, are going to be that bigger test again. Because, again, we can kind of judge how good Celtic are because we understand the level of Scottish football. I don't know how good Club America are. So that's the only thing where I'm going to say I'm going to sort of remain a little bit tentative with it. But you've got to credit them. They scored their opportunities, they created, and they weren't getting cut through tonight, as we saw against Wrexham. And there's no way Wrexham are better than Club America, in my opinion. So, and Wrexham cut through them like a hot knife through butter at times. That didn't really happen tonight.
Yeah, well, to be fair, when a club has a player with a number that has 197 on their back, I think it shows how serious that club is. No, Club America is probably one of the best teams in Mexico. Like, obviously, they're one of the most famous teams, that's for sure. Their kit is wavy, but they are not the standard that the Chelsea are going to be coming up against in the Premier League. That is for sure, especially in the preseason game as well. So yeah, there's still those things that you look at Chelsea, and yes, they played good today, but you still look at like some areas in their team, and you're still like, okay, how's this going to turn out? It's like the striker situation. I know Guiu scored, if that's how you pronounce his name, the young Spanish lad. I know he's got his header.
Guiu, yeah.
Guiu, I know he got his header, and is big and is imposing, but it's still like, is he the guy that can really help really lead the line? We haven't seen Nicholas Jackson in his lineup yet. It's just big question marks in that forward line. And yeah, listen, we were praising Nkunku, but can he stay fit? That's the main thing. Is like he needs to stay fit as well. So like, you look at Chelsea, very very good team on paper. They could potentially go and challenge for top four place. Definitely in there for the top 6. It's just, can this all come together in the Premier League? And it's just, there's such an unknown quantity right now. Like I need to see them get punched in the mouth. I like that question. I need to see.
Well, that's how you know. I mean, we were just talking about keyboard warriors a little bit earlier, and a punch in the mouth would like sometimes I feel like people on Twitter, if they got a punch in the mouth every time they tweeted something ridiculous, would they keep tweeting it? No. So no, I do agree. And look, there's a lot. Me and you were talking privately today, and Chelsea are one of the teams. Again, if I remove my Man United hat and talk purely as a content creator, purely as a football fan, Chelsea's whole situation is exciting to me. Whether they're good, bad, or indifferent, that's what's exciting, because they feel like a little bit of an unknown quantity this season. More preseason games are going to come, but if they can grow from this, we look at this from a positive angle. They start getting stronger from this and better from this. They bring in Osimhen to add even more firepower up front. They've still got Caicedo to come back. They've still got fitness levels to go up. Remember, Club America are halfway through their season. I was told, someone said it's Club America, not Club America. But yes, yeah. I think there's an accent on one of the on the E. But yeah, so from my perspective, I was impressed in time. You mentioned Guiu again, and he's got his head up. Everything barring his finish at the moment looks great. His runs were excellent. He's got good strength. He's got good size for a player his age. I know his header was decent. I still want to see it from the reverse angle, because I'm still not convinced. I feel like it hit the goalkeeper that sent it on target, and then it deflected and went in. But it's just his shot. But he is young and there's room for him to develop. But overall, I feel like he looks like a good second stroke, third choice striker this season for them. You add Osimhen to this team, Jackson as the backup or playing out wide, and then Guiu as the sort of third choice player, maybe some games in the reserves, some games in the first team, although they are in 4 competitions, you might need to use him. But look, a much, much, much better night tonight for Chelsea. I think there's something in this for their fans a real positive for them to take away, if that makes sense. The 2 games before it was hard to really find those positives, barring the attacking football that was good against Celtic, which tonight they just capitalized on, and they capitalized early. But Chelsea fans, give us your thoughts and give us your feelings in the comments.